Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to All Will Fall. I'm AxionEvolved, and today we kind of have to fix the new mess we created. Now, last time we had a water issue. That was the whole purpose of the episode, was to, well, we moved everybody. We solved our water and our food, hopefully. I mean, we got a lot of rain going, so we're good on that. But we introduced a new issue, which is now everything relies on power, right? So today, I want to solidify that a little bit more by generating power in some fashion. So that's going to be the plan for today. But before we get into that, do me a quick favor, scroll down just a little bit, hit that subscribe button, please. Thank you, and let's hop right into this. So if I'm looking at my power generation options here, we have our passive side, we have our active side. If I'm looking at my income, so to speak, right now, I don't think we're generating enough water to make it worth it. We do have 17 power coming in, so that's kind of nice, 18 power. Now, let's look at what we have. Number one, we have this windmill that's doing nothing. It is currently not windy. We have a few people here running on hamster wheels. 2 here, 2 here, none here, 1 here. Okay, so that's 9, and then we're rocking this guy as well. That is 10-ish. So we are currently at a surplus, which will eventually bring these gravity batteries up, because right now we are storing absolutely nothing. But we need to be a little bit more deliberate and active with what we're going to do. Now that the sea level has lowered, I'm eyeballing this whole area over here. And I'm wondering, what can we do with this? I feel like
today was a good day.
I feel like it's some kind of, it's like untapped potential. I don't know. So let's look at our power generation options, right? We're currently working on the wave generator. Now, from what I understand, we want to put this goes into the water, right? So perhaps, you know, we have this thing right here. Maybe that's something we can utilize this area for. What I don't want to do is block boats or anything, right? So any of the things that are collecting from the sea, we might have to move. And in fact, why do I have... Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I feel like I don't need that many. Definitely don't need that many. Okay. Or maybe we could do something over here. So we're starting to kind of clear out this area. Junk, wood scraps. We'll probably want to go low. Looks like there's another crate or something in there. We can almost see it. But this is where we're making more workers. Haven't made any yet. We got a ton of unemployed people, so definitely need to work on that. Okay. And to generate water. Cool. Why are you not deconstructed yet? I don't know what is taking so long on that, but it is technically rest time. And then we do have this area over here. Now I'm wondering if this area, you know, I thought about maybe doing, you know, housing or production or something over here. But I'm wondering if maybe this wouldn't be better served as a power production area. But that means we need to get some active stuff. So steam generators use wood. Different ways to make fuel. A junk boiler can also make fuel. And then there's just like a straight up fuel generator. Okay. Sun energy boiler. I like this. Again, it's water though. And it needs sunlight. This produces half a power. Yeah, I'm wondering if we can't, I don't know. I'm almost thinking about using this. Maybe we can have stuff hanging off the side. But we got to figure out how to get over to this too. That is an engineering challenge all on its own. Maybe we do something like this. If I do that, and that. Can I meet them in the middle? Is that light? That is not light. Okay. So we don't like that. What can we do? I suppose... Man, it's such a far gap, but I want people to get over there. I wonder if I could come off the side, maybe? You know, do something like this? Because... Oh, is it... That looks about right, yeah? And then... Maybe we move this way? What are we doing? There we go. But I feel like we're going to run into the exact same issue. But we might as well check. Oh, I just don't even have enough metal for it all. Okay, never mind. We're going to just not worry about that right this second. Okay. This is, I think, my long-term power area, though. Eventually, we'll figure out how to get over here. Maybe... I mean, I can't go too far in the water, and I can't see very far. But maybe something will open up down here. Do we have any... We do have a junk NATO, which is a lot of wind. So maybe something will open up in the future.
It's time to work.
For now, though, I do want to... Open that up. Open that up. And see if people won't start deconstructing this stuff. Looks like they will. I also need more people so that we can, you know, start assigning them to things, because we have a power. Oh, you know what? You know what I thought about? I thought about this in between episodes. Demo hut. I guess we do have some people, but I'm gonna take one out and throw them in the power. I just think it's worth it. Metal, because I think the metal gathering hut people as well, they can also grab this stuff, right? So like demo hut, metal gathering hut can grab anything that the demo hut can grab, so we should be fine there. I do want to kind of rebuild all these stairs. What if I do this? Okay. What if I built it in the right spot? Wouldn't that just be cool? What if I did this correctly? Yeah, what if I do that and then I code that pretty high, prioritize that pretty high. Then I wonder if I can get rid of all of this. Let's see, how is this done? Okay, so it's always from the floor level. Okay. It was always like this. Hey, survived for over 1 month. Look at that. Didn't even know we had it in us. Right, and then this goes down one more. There's still no way to gather this? Who can gather this? Boy, oh boy. I'm tempted to put the crane back on. What do you take? Just time? I think that works, right? And then we just code all the things we wanted to grab. What is this? Goods? I forgot about those. Good news, we are making more power. bad news is I need to get rid of this so I can put another gravity battery on there. And I want to... Oh, man, there's so much stuff I want to do. I also want to do the bumpers. And all the junk gathering type stuff. Or maybe we'll get a harpoon. Wood floating, junk floating, metal, fuel. Where's a good spot for this, though? Like, it needs to be somewhere... You know what? I think this could work, actually. What if I just... What if I just do that? That'd be crazy. But you can kind of see the way this is set up. If you have the chain blockers right behind this so everything gets caught up in front, I feel like that's like exactly what you're intended to do, you know? So maybe it's a little something we could look into. Okay. Can we get those? Oh, someone is working on that. Perfect. Perfect.
Construction completed.
Okay, our water isn't drastic. Do we have some workers coming online? That's what I'd like to know. It does take metal, and metal is kind of a short resource. Can we start disassembling some of this? Perhaps. And maybe even actually just send people over to that. Let's see if we can't use a little bit of wood to make this work, you know? What if we come down, let's say, like this. I think there's still like a level above it, right? No, I probably want this. So if I do something like that, can I make it all the way across? Yes, people likey. Cool. And then maybe what I can do is I can designate all of this to go. Right? That seems valid. We are making food. We are making water, seemingly. In fact, we're making water ahead of schedule. I wonder why it's going faster. Wait, didn't we get a perk that somebody... Fuel-based desalinator gets +1 production. See, this is why we went with her. Him. Paige. Paige West. Okay. Did I ever... No, I need an engineer. Where are my engineers? Someone? It doesn't show me the engineers, does it? Small lab, greenhouse, 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 desalinator. The problem is I have nobody left over. Fishing hut. Greenhouse, warehouse. Okay. Warehouse, you're getting one less. Probably not even needed, honestly. But I will make this. I actually probably want to get this stuff out of here as well. Like all the crappy rubble floors. You know? Get the rubble out of the way. And then redo it with metal or stone. And then rebuild the stairwell. Because I only need to go down one more stair. But I'll need some wall there, you know? Is it time? I mean, we've almost got this. Okay. Where are we going to put our wave generators? That's what we got to figure out. Where... This looks so precarious. Maybe I should have done like the railing one. Where are we going to put the wave generators? I'm tempted. I know we kind of mentioned over here, and maybe that's still the case, but there's all this stuff, you know? You know what else I need to do? Let me look at my boat situation, because I have 2 simple boats and 1 metal boat. Where are my boats? Gathering, right? Simple boat. I want that. I want you gone. I want you deleted. I want my. I only want metal boats. You're my other simple boat, yeah? Perfect. Okay, cool. So the metal boats can get everything. Oh, we need somebody for in here. And it takes anybody. Where's that warehouse? Is that you? Oh, it's a thrift stand. Where's my warehouse? Not you. Is it you? Yeah. We don't need you in there. We want you over here, though. Because we want to see what you can do. And, well, let's designate that so it's at least just out of the way. Because we can see we've got more down here. We can kind of see down a little bit more. We can start building over this way. Okay, so wind generators. I mean, we've got... Okay, everybody's collected from over here. That's perfect. Yes. Okay, wave generator. For now, too, let's get... Ooh, do I want to get the boiler? That takes tools and metal. And tools are a finite resource for us right now. Batteries... Batteries are also something. Let's get the steam generator. Because in theory, we're going to be able to produce more water, right? I know this also takes a little bit of wood, but that should be fine. And then I do like a junk boiler. That's kind of cool. All right, so while everybody goes to sleep, let's take a look. What does it even take to build? So 20 junk, 10 metal. So we can definitely get a little bit. And look at that. It's nice to see positive food, positive water. These guys will be producing... Looks like they're still producing water technically. I guess that's the sun. It is going down. Metal vents depleted. Perfect. Perfect. Look at that. They're making room for all that stuff.
Time to relax and think about tomorrow's work.
I love it. Might as well get all that metal if we can, right? I know they say they can't get to it, but maybe it'll collapse. Who knows? Okay, so going back to the wave generators, how big are these? They're pretty big. Can I do it like over here? Is that crazy? Let's do that. Okay, it's got some obstruction there. If I do it... No, I don't... I want as little obstruction as possible. Maybe there and there? How... I mean, that should be... It's free power, right? Like... It should be fine. We're gonna get some wind. It might be nice to get another couple windmills up somewhere. You know? Like, Can I build one, like, right up here? Okay. The red implies to me that it doesn't, like... 60%... 92%... What about anywhere up here? All this obstruction that it doesn't like. Which is not the end of the world. I mean, I guess we don't necessarily need that. All right, let's fast forward because I want this stuff building, and I want that stuff. I want some more batteries. I wonder if people can get around this.
Construction completed.
We'll just mark it all right. Okay. And we are getting the steam generator, which I think is good. We should probably look at some production as well. I think it's finally time. Maybe we get some sand. Never mind, we have no fuel. Wood presser. Our junk is actually getting a little low. I know we have an electric junk catcher. I don't know if we ever used it, though. Okay, what are you doing? Nothing? Let's see. Do we have? We got some wind coming up. You know, I'm eyeballing this gap right here, and I wonder if we couldn't make this our little chain catcher area. This could be as well. Oh yes, here we go. Here we go. Those things are so cool. Look at that. And I don't know, like, under what conditions they produce, like, more or less energy. But 4 every 8 hours, 1 every 8 hours, something like that. What was it? Oh, 4. Oh, 0.5 every hour. So 4 every 8 hours. Okay, cool. And we're still a little low. We're still a little low. But getting better every day. Now the real question is, are we going to get some workers anytime soon? Like what? Where is this workforce? Is it just like like people just come and go? Because like, man, we are definitely hurting on the workforce. Is this? I know we can send stuff out. Let's just do that. Send out a message. Oh, 20 fuel. Dang it. No, I can't do that. I can't do it.
A pretty normal
I need the fuel.
Under pretty unusual circumstances.
Where's like the person here? Do you not have access to this? That's so dumb, honestly. Ugh. Okay. Okay, we'll figure that out. I need that gone, though, if I'm gonna be honest. Okay, so right now, I don't have anybody lower than here, right? Okay, so what do we do here? Okay, so we do boom, boom, and then we'd put a floor there. Yeah. And then we'd come out again like so. But then I somehow need to connect those stairs. Oh, that's the first time I think I've ever been able to do that. Hey. Let's get these gifts. High priority. Because we want the gifts. Or the goods, excuse me. And our gravity batteries are not holding anything. We are slacking on our power. Okay. So, wind or wave generators, not doing much. Our steam boilers, however, will be doing something for us, let me tell you. Let's maybe reinforce this. And then I need 2 people to send over to this. Where can I get 2 people? We're the most... Should I just grab 2 sailors on one of the boats? Like, what do you have? Yeah. Just for now. I just want to send over the 2 sailors. Because we can always just get them right back on it. Okay, so that's fine. This looks like it's doing nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this around. Right? Let's do that. Maybe it can grab this stuff. I don't know what... I guess it can't go through the floors. It can only get stuff on the outside. What I also want to get eventually too... Where is it? Is it in... No, not houses. Concrete support buildings. Concrete foundation buildings. So that I can recreate... like these pillars that are missing. Right? Like from this floor up, we can make it out of concrete. And then really like rebuild these floors. But for now, what's going to happen is once this is done, I'm going to slap one in here.
New buildings available.
Thank you,
This
steam
one will need
generator.
Even more resources to build.
Okay.
Yay.
Does this need access to anything? I don't know. I'm going to throw that in there. I bet it needs people. It produces pollution, but that's not our issue. Found some supply with this kind of funky smell. Sailors know how to cook it, so plus food. They're still good. Ignore the smell. No, I don't like losing that. I guess we just do that. Good luck, everybody else. Junk and that. So there is a world. You know what? We need to figure out some kind of fuel situation, right? Oh, I'm so hesitant though. Yeah, all this stuff takes water. There's so much water usage. This is eventually what we're going to be powering everything with, right? But we're going to need some kind of... Oh, you know what? This is not bad. In fact, I'm going to get this junk boiler. That takes junk and turns it into water and fuel. We need that. Okay, so we need people for this as well. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to throw those 2 sailors in there. Once we get the workers back online, or if we ever get the workers back online, they're going to, you know, hopefully become workers, these guys. Once we get workers, we can start replacing the sailors and kind of redo all that. Okay, so we're doing the junk boiler. I think that's going to have huge long-term effects for us. I'd love to see if this is doing anything. We are in a junk NATO, and I think what that does is, in addition to a lot of wind, I think it produces a lot of debris in the water. School clearance is an issue. All the clearance up there is an issue. We don't need this though. Oh, we need that to get down. Yeah. Okay. All right. So this is clear though. Basically. So let's throw another one there. We'll get rid of that. And then I'm thinking, can I make another wind or wave generator? Man, those are some thin pillars. Maybe? Maybe? If I do that and that, they can at least build it. And that's just a little bit more wave, you know? Because every little bit of power is big for us. I wonder how, like... Oh, I think if I click the water, it'll tell me, right? Storage. I mean, we do have 125. We're making a little bit more. So everything, if anything, it's like our food is doing very well. So I wonder if I shouldn't remove a person from here. You know? Like, make it half as fast. It's okay to burn through a little bit. And I think we'll end up using less water, right? Less water, less power. I think that's okay for now. I might even, when we get our power situation settled, I might even get like another desalinator there. I'd still love to get some of these. We do need the metal, so no issues there. I got no issues with getting that stuff. Yeah, there's like so much junk. I'd love to see... Oh, this thing... Well, it looks like it was working. I still don't quite know how it works. I'd love to see something come through it.
Time to relax and think about
I don't
tomorrow.
know if that's going to happen right now, though. All the boats are coming home. We got some sailors making power. We're still gaining resources on all of the stuff. So that's a good sign. Now, the question is... Okay, those are being grabbed as well, so that's perfect. The question is, do I want to... You see this right here? This is exactly what I'm talking about. You got this stuff moving around. It'd be awesome to, like, trap it. I was going to use this for another gravity battery.
Construction completed.
But maybe I'll use it for a chain... Like a stopper. Where is that? Gathering? A chain blocker.
Work time starts now.
Ooh. Not get crazy. Hold on. So if I do something like that. Right? We'll get that going. And then... That's actually like access over here. Okay, okay. Hold on. We do something like this. Something like this. Right? Something like that. Something like that. Now we got a path over here. Which means we can come down here. There's water. So, huge 40 water. Like, can't be mad about that. B, maybe we make a little bit of scaffolding down. People collect. We make more scaffolding. Boom. Then we put a harpoon right here. Or remove the one we have. Because I'd love to see it work, and I don't know if it's doing anything. Oh, oh no. Oh, there's not enough support. Does that help? No. 7 hours till it collapses. What can I do? Okay, what if I hate to do this, but what if I do something like this? And then I delete that. Anything? I know there's a way to view like the physics part of it. Oh, was this thing doing a lot? That's so stupid. Here, I don't want the physics thing on. Okay, what if I do this? Okay, maybe that worked. I think that worked. Cool. We'll take that. Now, I see these people. Let's see what we got. Okay. So 3 engineers. I think that's perfectly fine. Definitely, we're going to want the goods because we want to trade. So let's take that. 3 engineers. What do you need? Oh, we just got a new perk with them. And now we're gaining influence. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. I actually am really happy about that. This isn't doing anything extra, right? Even though... No. Doesn't seem to be. What is this? Is this something that's going to blow up? Like, good luck. Can people not get over here? They totally can.
Building completed.
Okay.
And only one person lost a finger this time.
I don't know what was taking so long for that. Oh, are you doing anything yet? Like, 0 efficiency. Cool. Access to 0%. Junk, wood, metal, fuel. You know what? What if I do this? Okay, what if I do this? Okay, so that's not gonna work. But if I do it this way, ooh, maybe I can build a little platform actually. We are not doing great on metal, but we do have some coming in. What are you doing? You're just hanging around all the goods, huh? Little suspicious. Okay. The goods seem to be gone, but still little suspicious. Oh yeah, we were moving this thing. The question is, can we do it right there? Nobody seems to be able to get there. Okay. Well, that's just not true. We'll give them basic paths. Now, if I'm going with my my thing here, we'd have like another... If I'm going with the trend of the building, everybody got a little balcony, right? Okay. So we got our junk boiler, which is huge. I think I want to get a fuel warehouse because we can start just stocking up on fuel. What do we have coming up? Windy day, and then nothing. So I can throw a fuel warehouse like down in here, you know? In fact, I'd love to get rid of that. That and that. I'll put that in there for a little bit more stability. That's already low enough. Okay, I have 5 engineers that I don't have assigned to anything. So what can I do with them? First things first. Let's remove the sailors, add the engineers, add the sailors back to the metal boat. Boom. Okay. Secondly, let's throw an engineer back into the demo hut.
Building completed.
Since for now they're grabbing stuff from over here. There's maybe actually not that much of a need. What is this? Junk shop? Do we care about people's liveliness? Okay, hold on. Hold. Are you going to do something? No. Okay, what do we get? Junk boiler. Produces drinkable water as byproduct. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. How tall is this? Massive. It is humongous. So you're doing something. Cool. If I designate that as well. I wonder if the crane can get that. Or I wonder if it's just easier to do this. And then this. Changing your life. Okay. What do we got? Engineers. I can pay them to stop doing this. I can use my influence. And I can lose worker happiness to gain engineer happiness. But I don't have the workers. I'm going to bribe them to stay. I need the workers. You know what I mean? I can't do it without the workers. In fact, I need more workers. Nice. Nice. Okay. So we do need to find a place, by the way, for... What are you saying? Clearance is blocked. Okay. Well, let's get that out of the way. I need to find a place for this wood boiler. Do we want to look at... I kind of want this thing. I have the tools and I, for now, have the fuel. God, I want to get over here so bad. What do we have coming up over here? Rain and wind. Okay, it's not super, super helpful. Let me think. Let me think. Oh, well, we have this area. Newly opened up. Yeah, let's try that. We are getting really low on metal. Okay, what just splintered? Cool. This is gone. Now I'm seeing... Okay, so you're bringing that stuff over there, and then I'm wondering if there's anything over here that this can still grab. And you have access to stuff, so that's perfect. Although your path kind of sucks. You know what I mean? I wonder if I can't just go across. It'd have to be with wood, though. Okay. If I do that... doesn't like it. If I go across, it does like that. Okay, hold on. Hold. If I just go down a little bit. I think that's right. Okay, if I go down in the right spot, that seems to be a lot more palatable. Okay, this small act of... Okay, apparently putting those stairs did everything it needed to do, so cool. So the whole point of that was to make this transit a little bit quicker. For whatever, you know? Okay, I'm liking the direction we're going. We do need to build this. Let's kind of increase. Oh, is this where the harpoon sees? Interesting. Well, that's actually very interesting. I'm going to throw some engineers on this too.
Construction completed.
This can take up to 3 people. Okay, well, it's going to get 2 for now.
Chop chop, people. It's time to work.
Cool. Oh, we do need to get to this place. You know what? We're like almost there. Should we... Can people even get onto this? Here, let's kind of clear... Let's kind of prioritize some of this. We find... Okay, good. I need more people. Outsiders? Ugh. Influence? I'm not going to bribe them, but I will take their goods.
As long as you say it with confidence.
This does put our housing into question.
Am I right?
But it is an outsider, so I don't care that much. Not to be heartless, clearly. No heartlessness here. But I'm just not in the mood to create a bunch of housing at the moment. We've got plenty of wood, so let's do something like this. Because ultimately, I want to try to bridge this gap. Might have to use metal, even though I hardly have any metal. Is there some stuff that my boats can focus on? Like, what are you? Junk. I guess, oh, you know what? I guess it's probably time. So there's a couple things. We're finally burning through that giant junk pile we had. So we probably want to start getting the production. The electric junk catcher online. Power, I think we're finally doing okay. So let's get the junk catcher online. And you know what? We'll just throw it right there. Where's it? Production. Okay, it doesn't quite like that. Maybe you want to be here? Maybe you want to be here? So with the junk catcher online, we can then go into smelters. So this will make wood, which is nice because we are making fuel now. At least to an extent. Not a ton of fuel. It'd be really nice if some of these people decide to job over these people. Like, we just got a bunch of people, they don't know what they want to do, you know? They just... Apparently, like, no idea, huh? I do have 2 workers, though. Oh, I did get workers. Okay, cool. I'm throwing 1 in here. Boom. So that's at least going full tilt. I'm going to throw 1 in here. Throw 1 in there.
Building completed. And only 1 person
I
lost.
sure would love if boats would grab this stuff. Yeah, looks about right. And we'll throw at least 1 worker in there. It's going to take twice as long, but I think we're okay with power. Look at this. My goodness, this should have all it needs in the whole world. In fact, I do have deflectors. Pushers are also interesting, though. Maybe I'll look into that next. I think it's probably worth getting an advanced hut also. So maybe advanced hut after the fuel warehouse, and then we'll look at getting the pushers. Because you have a person, right? Yeah. Nice. I'm actually so happy. I was railing against all these outsiders, but they were just studying hard, you know? They were doing their thing. Ooh, here's another building. Hold on, hold on. Can we use this to get across? And then over to here, junk a ton of water. In fact, we can even put water production buildings around this to get the bonus. And then I bet, look, looks like there's a ton of wood in there. Well, in fact, I think we could just do this, right? Ton of wood, some water, a crate, a ton of wood, and some goods. Yeah, I think this building's really worth getting into. What do we have here? Valuable crate, goods, a locked entrance. Okay. So we're kind of seeing the path laid out in front of us. There's a bunch over here too. Into our maybe eventual condo area? Question mark? I don't know. That's kind of far from everything, right? There's something to be said about walkability and the, you know, letting your workers get from A to B. What if I did... No, that's not going to work. I'm trying to think about how to solve this issue. Are you doing anything? Access to 0. Okay. Let's get rid of that. I don't think we need to worry about that guy anymore. Our food is still fine. What are you saying? Inaccessible by boat. Hopefully people are grabbing all that. Grabbing all that. I know, if we prioritize everything, then you prioritize nothing, right? But we're not worrying about that too much. Okay, I think we're in a much better spot. I could even hypothetically throw another house. Should I just be a good ruler? Why could I not do that? Hold on. What is blocking that? I know it's not a window thing because I'm already blocking that window. What the hell? Huh. I wonder why it doesn't let me put a house there. Do I have anywhere else on this level? I guess I could put houses right here.
New buildings available.
Fuel warehouse. Okay. Well, since we got that, let's build a little bit. I'm filling this with wood for now. I think eventually, though, I want to fill this with metal. But for now, wood will work. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so we said fuel warehouse and then advanced hut. Advanced boat, I think, is nice too, but we haven't got any of these explosives either. Because eventually I want to get sand. We need metal for that now. We're getting fuel, but we don't have metal now. And this needs sand. We have some sand. Or do we want the metal smelter? Oh, we can't even afford that.
Construction completed.
I guess we're doing advanced hut. I don't know how else we can do that, you know? Oh, I was like, why is that? Okay, I see now. Ooh, we have a sea level drop coming up as well. Cool, cool, cool. I think, I don't know, guys. I think we are in a good spot right now with where we are. A ton of expansion and a ton of unlocked opportunities, right? Our water and food situation are basically fine. If anything, I'm thinking about getting rid of this harpoon hut or the fishing hut. Getting that engineer back. And then maybe, because like, how much is this really getting us? Half a food an hour. So it feels like nothing when we have another greenhouse. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get rid of this. And I'll just throw a person back into here. So we'll get that engineer back into there. It just kind of seems like a waste, you know? And then, well, whatever. I think that's fine for now. What is our access down here? We have one ladder, and that's it. A single ladder. Maybe it's worth doing a little something like this. Get rid of that and do a little pathy path. Do that. Okay, hold on. Didn't need all that. Okay. So there's at least a way down. And then now that we're clearing this off, there's got to be something we can use it for, you know? I'm going to do this so that I can designate this broken stuff for collection. Because all the rubble, we don't need it, you know? We definitely like don't need that. And we're producing more power than we have storage for. That's a sentence I never thought I'd hear. Okay, I'm going to force that just to get it out of the way. But I think that's a good spot to stop. Like I said, a lot of good progress today. I think next episode, a couple priorities. Number one, getting over and spanning this gap to get ultimately into the objective, which is to get into this door, right? Then I want to cross this gap, so clean up this building, cross this gap to this building, and then ultimately to this building, and loot the hell out of both of them. So I think that's what we're going to end up doing. So yeah, that's the plan. So thank you all so much. I hope you're enjoying this series. If you are, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, all that good stuff. And with that, we'll see you in the next one.